Yeah. Pull up a chair, kick the dust off your boots. You're right where you belong, from back rows to bright lights, front porch to prime time. Coffee on the table, yeah, we talking all night. Laugh lines, hard times, stories get told. If you've been there, done that, yeah, you already know. No suits, no scripts, just truth in the room. Different points of view, but we all break through. From the wins to the losses, every scar, every mile. If it's real, bring it here, pull up and sit a while. No filters, no fake, just voices, just faith. Everybody got a seat at the table we made. Welcome to Bubba's Round Table, where the truth hits hard and the laughs stay fatal. Different roads, but we all been able to find our way home when the talk gets real. Yeah, it don't matter where you came from, if you broke or you made one. Pull up close, let the story unfold. This is Bubba's Round Table. Been a long way up, been a long way down. Had my back to the wall, still stood my ground. Real ones around me, yeah, we built this thing. From late night talks to a microphone drain. Opinions fly fast, but respect stays strong. We can disagree and still get along. If you're living that life or you're chasing that flame, got a voice at the table, say it loud, say it plain. No mask, no shade, just real that stays. Every seat full, every word got weight. Welcome to Bubba's Round Table, where the good times roll and the bomb stays stable. From the backwoods nights to the city label, everybody's welcome, yeah, we all stay real. Raise a glass, tell the truth, let it all unfold. This is home for the hearts that are tried and bold. Yeah, this is Bubba's Round Table. We don't need permission, we don't need a name, just a seed, a voice, and a spark to flame. If you've been unheard, if you've been alone, this table's built strong, yeah, it's carved in stone. Round table. Welcome to Bubba's Round Table, where the stories live on and the truth won't fade, no. Pull that chair close, yeah, you already know. This is family now, welcome home.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Bubba's Roundtable. I am your host, Bubba Mike. Guys, before we get into the topics of conversation, as you guys can see on the screen, we have all of our topics, and we have a special one to wrap up the episode for tonight. Make sure you guys go and like, share, comment, and hit that sub button if you're not already subscribed. Make sure that bell is on, and you get all the updates on all the episodes. So that way, you guys never miss a dull moment with your host, Bubba. Guys, some nice topics. Some nice topics today. A little bit more on the gaming side. Story games are overrated. Graphics don't matter. Battle royales are just repetitive. Single player is better than multiplayer. And the last but not least, 4 games and one of them has to go. And we'll dive into all these topics here, give our brief description, feedback, yada, you know the whole 9 yards, guys. But with that being said, guys, much love to every single one of you that have subbed and commented on any of the new videos and the likes. I appreciate everyone that has given love back to the channel and continue to give love back to the channel. Guys, this is going to be airing tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Like normal, we post on Fridays and Mondays. So those are the 2 times at 3 p.m. on the East Coast, you want to make sure that you're going and filling in with the Bubsters here. With that being said, let's get into our topics of discussion. With that being the first one, story games are overrated. Guys, I don't know about you. I played a lot of story games in my time. I've also played a lot of, other games that you play with friends. Now, we have to break down what a story game is. Now, if you're talking like Red Dead 2, Red Dead, it's a story game, but it's also an open world game too. Even though it is an RPG, you have it's a role playing game. You play as Arthur Morgan. There is a story that goes along with it. And guys, that's one of the best games ever made. God of War. I never played it. Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Some of the games that you see that a lot of people either streamed or played with them by themselves, playing these games off stream and holding games that personally connect with them better than it would be on stream, or just something that they love to have to play off stream, and it's like their comfort deal. I personally think that story games are always needed. Now, am I a long story game player? No. Um, but it also, it also depends on what game you're playing. Guys, I put a lot of hours into Red Dead 2. I put a lot of hours in the God of War. I beat both those games. I beat Red Dead 4 different times for 4 different endings, for high and low honor for the good. When you go and help John, the high and low honor for the bad when you go back for the money. Spoiler alert. It's all depending on what person likes to play. Not everyone is a sweat when it comes to doing games or wanting to, be competitive. Everyone just likes to sit back, relax, and be able to play a game for how long as they ever need to go and play a game for. Or if they need to go and, just take their mind off things. Personally, myself, chat, I play Farm Sim as my comfort game. Because not only one, it's comforting, but two, it's addicting to play that game. To play games that you know you're gonna love and enjoy and take the time and put in and see what the aspect is. Yeah, you don't get that time to play with your friends with a different game, but also in the same sense, that's the reason why it's a story mode game, and that's the reason why you played it. You found interest in what this game had for what it's gonna be. Now, we can't always, you know, we can't always wish this is the one thing that we wanted. Um, not a lot of people are into story-based games. It happens, unfortunately. Some people just like sweating on games. It's understandable. Um, this kind of ties into the third or the fourth topic of the discussion of single player is better than multiplayer. It's all about personal preference. I like being able to jump on the game, guys, and be able to play with my buddies, but I also like to be able to sit back and go at my own pace. Or like if you're playing Red Dead, and you're just tooling around, and that's about it. Then it's gonna one make you feel like that you have to always be like right there in the moment and always having to sweat or having to cover someone's six or make sure you get all the loot or stuff like that. And and like I guess I could have tied, the topics into the story game and single player multiplayer games. But guys, it's all about personal preference. I can play a multiplayer game forever. Again, because there's nothing more than the camaraderie that you go and get with the boys or who are your gaming friends for that matter. And you're able to just have a good time. You got to think also, too, guys, I'm going to get a little mental health ish kind of here. That you got to think we play games to feel like our inner child again. Because we all grew up playing games, guys. Even if you're an older gamer, you were playing on the Sega, the 64. You're playing arcade games that you're spending the last $5 of your lawn making money to go play in the arcade. We all play games, LAN parties, Halo, like the old school OG nostalgia games that we were getting in trouble playing with, our friends at 3 o'clock in the morning and not understanding that we had to go to do chores or, we were waking up people just because we were having a good time. And, that's the reason why we all play games. It's also an entertainment deal, but it also helps us relax and get an escape from reality. So, in my opinion, story games, it's the best of both worlds. And the same with the single player is better than the multiplayer. I'm just going to tie that right into that. So we're just going to skip that section right there. You have the best of both worlds. You have your nostalgia where you're playing with your friends, and then you have this spot where you're trying to be quiet and play by yourself when you're a little kid and you're up, gaming like, oh my God, mom's gonna walk in any minute now. Oh no, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Gotta pretend I'm sleeping. Type ordeal. Um, like when I first started gaming, I grew up, guys, on the PS1, and I played WWF 1998 and 99. I literally had blisters on my hands when I was a little kid from playing on the PS1 controllers and button mashing as fast as I could, you know. And I gamed for a long time. Then I got into NFL Street, and I played that game until I burnt a ring in the disc in the PS2s. Like guys, I'll tell you my age. I'm 29. I came in right at the beginning of PlayStation, and I got to see the advancements of all of everything. I had a PlayStation 1, PS2, Xbox 360, a PlayStation 4, and now I've had the Xbox S, and now I have the X. So, like, I've seen all the advancements, and that's including with the computer games. But to tie this into everything else, for the next topic, graphics don't matter. Guys, you got to understand there's better graphics cards every year to compete with better graphics. If you play a shit graphic game, you're not going to want to play that game. If you see a game that has shit graphics, you're not going to want to play it. Sorry, I'm that way. I'm not going to want to go and look at a game that has 480p at 480p graphics on my, say, base $2,000 PC or my $700 console. I'm not going to want to do it. No one's going to want to play those games. That's the reason why graphics have gotten better with our TVs. They gotten better with our phones. They gotten better with our games. They gotten better, with our PCs. The whole 9 yards. Graphics are always better. You want a crystal clear picture to make you feel like you're right there. Guys, I'm sorry. Red Dead isn't the same without better graphics. Elder Scrolls isn't the same without better graphics. The One Ring game, Elden Ring or whatever it is, them graphics are nice. And I don't even play that game. Hogwarts Legacy. Any, I mean, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex. If you put shit graphics in those games don't become what they are. GTA, all the way up. If you look at the first GTA all the way up to GTA 5, the graphics gradually got better. Same with the Call of Duties, and it is what it is. Graphics are going to make a game. It's one component. It's one component, but graphics are what's going to make a game be good, great, or bust. Guys, if you have, like in Red Dead, if you're sitting on top of a mountain tracking through snow and you can see your footprints still be there and the trail that you made going up that mountain with all, running up with your horse, or the people, or you just running with Arthur, or you're playing, oh, shoot, with John. Them graphics are going to stand out to you. Or if you're trying to catch fish and you're out fishing, or you're trying to go hunting, legendary hunting, or if you're in God of War and you start throwing the blades of chaos and you're seeing the flames come off, type ordeal, or you're throwing the Leviathan axe and you hit that frost beam and he's just sitting there, just throwing a frost beam. If that graphic looks like shit, no one's gonna want to play it. I'm sorry. You can't put that on a shit graphic. So graphics do matter. Now, does graphics solely make a game? No, you gotta have all your components. You gotta have all your movement. You gotta have all your keybinds. Yada yada yada. It's gotta make sense here. But a graphics will make a game better. You can take a shit game and give a good graphics, and it still be a golden turd instead of just a white turd. Personal opinion, graphics do matter. It is what it is. Um, I just, you don't have AAA games, AA games, single A games have shit graphics and expect people to buy them. Everything has to be a little bit more realistic going down in the road. The only games I don't think that are realistic is WWE. That's the only games I don't think that are realistic with their graphics. Characters are, like, uh, blown up and like, you look like a balloon animal. Those types of graphics I'm not a big fan of, or um, you know, uh, non-realistic shooting games. You get like a little blood splatter here or there. Guys, when you shoot somebody in real life, everyone's seen it. It's on the news. There's blood everywhere. You know, you see bullet holes. There's all kinds of different things that you see, and if a game creator can make that almost that realistic to make you feel like you actually did it, or like you're almost there, good on them and good for them, because obviously they needed to, and that's the reason why that game's probably going to be good or better than its other competitor. you know Fortnite does not become Fortnite if it didn't have good graphics. Yes, the graphics are kind of chonky, like PUBG, for example, guys. PUBG, for example. I'm a PUBG player. I love PUBG. The only problems I have is the graphics need to be tightened up just a little bit, and the movement needs to be improvised, where it's not clunky. It's not, oh, I'm gonna open up the door, and you hit the door button, it goes, boo. and you get shot 4 more times before the door even opens. It's not how that works. Now, if they took PUBG, if they took Call of Duty's movement, or implemented a little bit from Call of Duty for their movement, okay, that game would be great. Everyone would be playing it. But also, in the same sense, too, it goes into the next question. Battle royales are repetitive. And guys, I gotta get me a drink real quick. I'll make sure that you guys can't see what it is. I don't know how the Red app's gonna do. And to get me a little drinky drink. You know, battle royales are repetitive. Now, before you chop my head off with this, here's why. If you go back to the days of H1Z1, go back to the days of PUBG, Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, they all implement different aspects from different games, what they all done. The only battle royale that I didn't think was repetitive was Halo, but that crashed. It's horrible. No one played it. It was ass. Warzone was in a perfect time for marketing aspect for COVID because everyone was stuck inside and they could have played that. Fortnite was perfect in 2017 when the game first came out for, it was like a cartoonish game that now people love and enjoy. Apex loved the sci-fi look. H1Z1, it was, a survival looter type ordeal like Escape from Tarkov. You know, it wasn't a battle royale, but it was kind of the same. Every battle royale has been a siphon of what it was before. Just because you put a new map on doesn't mean that it's not the same thing. The only person that's ever succeeded about doing that was fucking PUBG. Call of Duty, you got Caldera, you got that one Ashika Island, you got the Gold Gate thing, you got these other 3 different maps, Rebirth. They're all trash after so long. It was the same objective, game in and game out. They were repetitive. They didn't add anything new. They didn't add anything that was going to help the player. Yeah, you got the Omni movement in Call of Duty now. Whip the fucking do. Okay? Who cares? The game is still ran by hackers. The game is still ass. Yeah, I was a sweat on Call of Duty, guys. I'll tell you one right now. When that first thing came out and it started happening like that, yeah, I was a sweat on it. I'm gonna be the first one to admit it. Well, there comes a point in time where you stop playing Call of Duty because it's fucking booty cheeks. No one wants to go. If you're a casual gamer, guys, if you're a casual gamer and you just want to hop on, try to grind out a little bit, and then get it, like, try to get a dub, or if you just want to have time to go and hang out and play with your friends, yeah, I'll play it. But if you're a competitive person that's always trying to go and get a win, top kills, it's stuff like that, you're not gonna want to play Call of Duty. It gets to you after a while. Like, I don't think that I really don't like. I mean, yeah, the casual mode was great, but then you got guys that are sweaty as fuck in casual mode when all they're doing is just going through the whole lobby and killing everybody that's an actual player and not any of the AI bots, and then just going through and be like, look at this new 100 kill game. Team kill of 375 people. Okay, dude. Let's see your load in screen. Let's see the people that you're playing against. And then they're just clip farming the shit. Sorry. But battle royales are repetitive. Just because you add a new map or you add a new feature to it doesn't mean that it's going to make it fucking any better than what it was before. You can't polish a turd. You can dip it in gold, but that's about it. And that's all that Call of Duty was. Apex, I dabbled in Apex for a little while. It's different for me to play Apex. Not a lot of friends that I have play it, and you know that is what it is. Fortnite, I didn't come into playing Fortnite until before season 4, and I grinded that game for a long time, tried to get better at it as best I could, and I'm not too shabby, but like also in the same sense, it's still repetitive. It is. Sorry. But yeah, man. I mean, like, everything's just so repetitive now that everyone steals a little bit of infrastructure from different games and different ideas. They're like, I wonder how I can implement this. Oh, redeploy the balloon? Oh, Apex. We're gonna take that idea and throw it in our battle royale. That's all it is. The only cool thing about any of them, Apex, you don't get fall damage. Tim the Tap Man loves that. But yeah, that's about it. And then the last and foremost, guys, 4 games, one has to go. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Minecraft, or GTA. You guys are not gonna like my opinion. You're not. You're not going to. Wanna know what the one's gonna go? On all those games, guys, for me? Until the new one comes out, be GTA. I don't want to be playing the same fucking game for 10 years and have the same game for 10 years and all you do is upload DLC packs and you got to download more shit and you got to buy more shit and you do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, you do the same thing with Call of Duty. You do the same thing with Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Minecraft. I understand that. Minecraft, you can use your thunking cap, I call it my thunking cap, and you can build cool shit. Call of Duty, you can have a heart attack playing because you're trying to sweat so bad. Fortnite, same thing, except you're just getting shit on by little kids. But the one game that is the same fucking thing over again is either killing people, running over hookers, and going to the strip club. And guys, we all know that every single one of us went to the strip club at least once to go and see what it actually fucking looked like in GTA. Come on now, don't be fucking stupid. Okay? GTA is booty. When they first came out, yeah, they're great. But guys, we've been playing the same damn game for since 2000 what, 13, 14? Guys, I had GTA 5 on the Xbox 360. I was still in high school. And we were playing GTA 5 on the Xbox 360. That's how long that shit's been out. 2012, I think, is when the game came out. 12, 13. It's 2026. Drop GTA fucking 6 already. Sorry, but the GTA franchise right now has to go. When the new one comes out, maybe. And then after that, it's going to be Call of Duty for me because no one likes fucking Call of Duty no more because all the dumb shit they put in it. $1 billion gaming franchise. $1 billion, uh, list of games and the franchise itself. But we don't listen to any of what the fucking players want. We don't like the skill-based matchmaking game to it. And then fucking also on top of it, let's go and upload another $20 skin. I'll get rid of those 2 games right off the rip right now. Fortnite at least tries to listen to everybody. Minecraft, it's all about what you want. Sure, the game's a little clunky and it's been out forever a little bit, but a comfort game for a lot of people. Because I've spent a lot of time on Minecraft, and I forget how to go and do a lot of the shit now. But I built a lot of cool shit. When I first dabbled with Markiplier on YouTube, I watched him and Wade and Bob. That's all they did was play drunk Minecraft. And they just built shit. And really, they just blew each other's fucking faces up with TNT. To be honest. Guys, I'm sorry. But those gotta go. I mean, to be honest. Call of Duty and GTA. I'm a big Call of Duty fan, guys. I am. I have been for years. I grew up on the game. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, World at War, Kino Tutorial Zombies, Transit, Farm, Nuketown. Now you got jetpacks and front flips and sidekicks off fucking walls. Like they did in Black Ops 4. And then they brought it back down to reality. Oh, not a lot of people want to play that. So we'll remaster Modern Warfare. And then we'll remaster Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Bogus. Butt cheeks. Ass cheeks. Sorry, but those two are gone. At first it'd be GTA. And then Call of Duty. That's my hot take. That's how I feel about it. Guys, make sure you guys drop a like, hit a comment, and make sure you smash that sub button, as Nick Marks likes to go and used to say. Guys, share this with a friend. Please. We're trying to go and make sure that we hit 500 subs. We're working our way there, guys. So if you guys can hit that sub button, make sure that little bell's icon is on when you go and do. And with that being said, guys, until next time, much love, and we'll see you in the next episode.